I want to believe in God, but you don't know what just happened to me. This person that I loved in my life, they died. Why would God allow that to happen? Or this dream that I had, it was shattered. I thought this certain thing was going to happen in my life and it fell apart. Or these people, maybe even Christians, mistreated me. You don't know what they did to me. I can't trust God anymore. That is the biggest evil things, bad things that happen to people, is the biggest destroyer of faith in the world. But that only happens because we have our eyes fixed on just this life. If you have your hopes set on what's going to happen in the future, if you realize that this life is just a tiny dot, we were talking about this in Bible study earlier. Come to Bible study at 8:30 on Sundays. In Bible study, we were talking about how this life is just a dot. It's just a blip. There is an infinite future that God is preparing for you. Even if you are 70, 80, 90, 100 years old in this life, you are just at the very beginning of your life. You're not at the end. If that's true, then everything's different when something bad happens to you, isn't it? Something bad happens to you, if your life, if what you really care about is stored up for you in heaven, if that's what you're focused on, then this bad thing that happened to you, no matter how bad it is, it's just for a moment. And you have an eternal life of joy and peace and perfection ahead of you. All of a sudden, you're able to trust. When people around you are doing stuff they shouldn't do to you, you're still able to love them because you know God's got your back. God's already got you taken care of. You don't have to take care of yourself. Wow. All that in just a couple of verses. There's actually no way we can plumb the depths of Colossians in this, just in the sermons. If you want to get deep, you're going to have to come to Bible study, read it on your own, memorize it. He continues talking about how the gospel is bearing fruit through the whole world. And this is the part I was alluding to earlier. This is Paul's view of life. The gospel, this message of the Bible, is the thing that God has filled with power. And Paul's job is not to go make people become Christians or change the world on his own. His job is simply to spread this message because he is so confident that wherever it goes, it's going to change everyone it touches. The gospel is bearing fruit. It's growing in the whole world. That's what it does. Just like it's been doing among you since the day you first heard it and truly understood God's grace. And for those of you who are believers in here, look back at your own life and ask the question, isn't that true? Whenever you have focused, your life has been centered on the message of the gospel, the teachings of Jesus, what God has done for you and what you have in store for you, whenever that is the thing that your life is centered on, it changes you. It makes you into the person you were made to be, little by little,